So he gained an 8 SCVs through all this.
Nice target firing here. We've seen a lot of Viking battles back and forth. MMA needs to be careful. I think what he actually has to do is sit and wait, sort of like MVP is.
He may have
I think
to.
he's just a little bit too eager to maybe get the drop that is fortunate, and MVP's out of position. But I think the best way to go about doing this is to just be safe. What do you do in your head, Artosis?
I think you attack into your opponent's siege tanks?
No! You get more ahead. Stop trolling
that
me.
one's it. That's okay. Well, you know, MVP is doing something quite interesting right now while we watch this Marauder jaunt across the map.
The Marauder's on a jog.
He is actually taking another base that you would not expect. And in fact, oh my, he's trying to help that command center out by killing those rocks for him.
All right, once again, I think, well, okay, hold that. I think we're going to see a contain here because there's no way he can possibly attack into that. Oh, I like it.
Ooh, this is going to be hard to stop with those siege tanks on the high ground. He's going to have to siege up near his command center here. Those siege tanks, if they can hit any of that, and they do some pretty severe damage.
And he's got to be careful because of the Viking count here. He can't have his medevacs just shot down. Will that happen?
Oh, it might indeed. Only a few Marines on that high ground there. He's got to be careful, though. Marines can kill off those Vikings oh so quickly.
And we're getting to the point in time where MMA's economy is just starting to explode. He's taking chances everywhere. Another drop over here. He wants to pull those Hellions that have been defending everywhere. He wants to have them come back and try to defend this so he can then attack that third base. MMA is just godlike right now.
But MVP is playing well as well. He's bringing a lot of units over here, going to take out these medevacs. His Banshee, in the meantime, chased away the other drop. But MMA is looking so nice, tasteless, taking bases 4, 5, and 6 all at once.
Okay, another drop over here. That was actually a pretty bad drop. You should not have done that. I got excited until I saw the siege tank, so I'll destroy that. So, you know, MVP, he's got great defense, and frankly, I think MMA is taking a bit of a risk. When you're going to take this much of the map, you just need to contain him. Uh-oh.
Ooh, indeed. Those two Vikings chasing down the medevacs could cause some problems.
Oh, we need to get a shot of the medevacs and SCVs. Here we go.
Oh, beautiful move right there by MVP. And by the way, he keeps dropping here, Tasteless, but this drop's not doing a whole lot. The supplies of these two players staying very similar throughout this.
Very nice, just taking out a few SCVs here.
Oh, and we're going to have a bust at the front of MVP's base. Oh, beautiful move. Only a few siege tanks there. These Marauders doing huge damage right now. The Banshee really helping out. But that was a cute little move there by MMA, taking out quite a few siege tanks. Banshee, though, just punishing left and right.
Yeah, you can really see that MVP's at least figured out that through most of these games, MMA is not going to have a lot of Marines. And that one Banshee, well, as we all know that have played Starcraft 2, Banshees kill things so quickly.
That's right, they do, Tasteless. We all know that in this room, if nothing else. We do have right now 62 SCVs to 58, so MVP has caught up very well, but 3 more bases for MMA. So his spread of SCVs is going to be far more healthy than that of MVP's.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, now it looks like it's suddenly the time when MVP's saying, all right, I'm at 150 supply. It's time to move out, and guess what? He is dead even in supply with MMA. Is MVP going to break out? Will the beast be unleashed onto the map? We're going to see.
That's right, Tasteless. We have these Banshees really pushing back these siege tanks quite well. The Marines stim and try to run up there. The Vikings right now taking out a lot of these medevacs. Very nice pushing forward by MVP. Just has to gain a bit more ground. But of course, it's going to get harder and harder as there is a sensor tower out.
All right, another drop. And this is the drop that I think might do the most damage. There is nothing really here to defend. Vikings coming over here to try to wipe out these medevacs, and they will succeed. But of course, he's also forced MVP to turn around.
And in fact, he has some tank siege on the low ground there, helping to block. In fact, there's so many Vikings out right now. A lot of MVP supply is actually tied up in these Vikings.
The orbital. The orbital's getting low. Is the orbital going to burn down?
It looks like it won't.
No.
Maybe later.
Maybe not. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. Well, right now, it's still the supply is very even, 144 to 137. It's amazing that MVP has kept his supply up this much. This just shows how aggressive and crazy MMA is playing right now. He is just all over the place.
He is playing absolutely brilliantly here. sieging up his siege tanks. And again, I got to say, MVP's army is a little bit scarier, but MMA's map control is just immaculate.
Yeah, in fact, MVP doesn't have a single missile turret on the edge of his main base. Drops can continue to occur, continue to pull him way out of position. He's trying to make his opponent stop with his Vikings. And look at this. The Banshees that MVP is making are just worth so much. And oh, they always make it out alive. No Banshee left behind, Tasteless.
So what has to happen here for MMA is he just has to stay alive and not bungle too many attacks, because if he does that, these other expansions that he acquired about 3 or 4 minutes ago, they are going to start kicking in big time. Oh, no!
Huge drop denial there. In fact, that drops the supply of MMA way down, and MVP does take the supply lead once again. I like that, running in and letting the siege splash kill off some SCVs.
All right, this is bad. That one drop that did not work might, in the long run, cost MMA the game. It might. If MVP, busts out, and it looks like that's the name of the game here.
The SCV's coming up, trying to take some hits here. Marauders do not do well against him. Of course, siege tank splash hitting the SCVs that hit the Marauders. The Marauders are all gone.
Oh, the
Thor goes down, and now we just have a Thor and a few siege tanks left over.
All right, MMA is getting pushed back. He's getting scooted back just slightly here, but it's not enough. He has to break that contain like a game of chess, the center of the board, the most important part.
Well, we do have MMA still having so much of the map. He has SCVs everywhere, taking geysers everywhere, the dropping everywhere, doing everything Tasteless, but MVP's getting ready to take his 4th base, and that's going to be one of the most important parts of this game. If he can secure the 4th, really get at mining, then he's still in it. But if it takes him too long, the game is going to be over.
Yeah. By the Viking count here, absolutely tremendous right now. As you can see, we have 19 Vikings here for MVP. I mean, this is complete air dominance, and this is why I really feel like MMA needs to just stop with the drops.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, and that's in fact why he's not putting up missile turrets, because he says I should be able
to. Core. Oh my
there you go,
God!
Man. Drop after drop after drop.
I don't know.
Really doing that much.
It's like MMA is that kid that keeps touching the hot stove right now. I don't know.
That was me, Tasteless. All right, so we do have a fusion core going up for MVP, so he is looking towards going battlecruiser siege tank. He's also looking towards landing all these Vikings. A beautiful harassment move right now, realizing he's killed off so many Marines and Marauders. There may not be that many over here. Oh, I love this target. What are you going to do, lift that off, LOL? I don't think so.
And all these SCVs are going to be picked off. And as you can see, Ninja Vanish, he picks up and moves out. The Marines just trying to chase down that Banshee.
And of course, Stim Marines outrun airplanes.
They do. Somehow, that Stim stuff is pretty good.
I need some of that, Tasteless.
I know.
Well, we have...
Oh, 2 Ghost Academies.
Yeah. Oh boy. Nuke time.
I think what he's saying right now is that his opponent is in such a small, tight little nook on the map that, you know, why not go for nukes?
Yeah, I actually like this idea a lot. Nuke, force the tanks on siege, stim and run in. It's a beautiful maneuver. And I think he's so smart to be doing that. MMA trying to keep his siege line up. He is maxed out against 156 up MVP. MVP being a little bit sloppy, getting some of his tanks into the siege line. But those nukes, they are coming, Tasteless.
They are almost out. Do we have any ghosts out, Artosis? Can you check the unit count station?
No, we don't have any ghosts. I guess he's planning on launching those with some Marauders.
I have no idea.
Those things are just cure-alls, Tasteless.
They just carry laser pointers. It's not quite as good. Now, MVP is moving out more and more and more, and he's got to be careful here. I mean, this is tough. This is, okay, nice. Denying the 3rd base here by MMA. It's going to make it a little bit more difficult. Artosis, do me a favor. Check the bases or the expansions. Wherever MVP has minerals, how much minerals are left there?
Well, his natural is pretty much gone. His 3rd base is pretty much gone. And that means he's pretty much not mining very much. But he does have a couple battle cruisers on the way. He does have his +3 siege tank weapons on the way as well, so we're going to see him do a very strong push forward quite shortly.
Yeah, I mean, basically, if MVP doesn't get another base up here, it has an expiration date in this game.
He certainly does, Tasteless, and that's when nukes start getting launched.
Yeah.
And in fact, we're going to see that pretty soon because nukes are continuing to be
Oh
made.
my God, he's going to start
in
nuking
fact, I
all
think
of
he has, yeah, he's making even more Ghost Academies. This is absolutely wild.
Well, this game might look like the 4th of July at the end. We're going to see. Now, unfortunately, right now, the battlecruiser is so strong in this position, and that's why he's landing these mules here to just try to repair.
That's right. That was not some sort of victory move. He is still very serious about this game. He realizes that if a 4th base does come up for MVP, that makes a world of difference. And these mules trying to repair, but the battlecruiser doing such a great job right now.
Now, do me a favor, Joseph. Let's check the energy here on the orbitals. Does he have enough scans, or has he been dropping mules like a maniac? Can he scan and actually spot a ghost?
He has right now 3 or 4 scans with more on the way. And the battlecruisers continue to push forward. Tasteless, he takes out more and more siege tanks. His siege tanks, of course, are going to have +3 attack very shortly. Takes down that Thor. Very nice move there by MVP.
Okay, get ready. Oh no, he's been scanned. He's like, I'm getting out of here.
That ghost wants no part of those battlecruisers. A Viking is out. In fact,
nuke.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
This is getting a bit wild. The nuke covering the retreat path here, and getting nerd chills.
You know what's sad is this Viking, the ghost will be nuked as well. Going back up over here, we have another drop in the main base, and it's one that he cannot afford to have. Another nuke is going down now.
And by the way, killing off that orbital is huge. There is so much going on. Another nuke does land. It misses the siege tanks though, and he's just going to keep attacking. MVP is deciding this is the time he has to get in here and kill MMA.
Now, I have to say, MVP right now has this ball of death that is just moving around the map, and although MMA has resources and control of most of the map, oh my God, he's been nuking the inside of the main base.
Tasteless, this is a base trade scenario.